Hello everybody and welcome back to my channel. I am Insider and normally I am the Jurassic World Insider, but lately I also took another step into the zoo franchises, which is Planet Zoo. And so you can call me Planet Zoo Insider, for example. It's a nice nudge to the game. And it's a different thing than Jurassic World Evolution, but I really enjoy this game and I really want to bring this experience towards you guys by making some videos. And normally I do a live stream, but today I didn't really felt like doing it, and it was also, yeah, the game is taking a lot of time and also a lot of thought of playing it. That's because it's difficult. I still think it's difficult to play it. It's already easier than it when I started, because if you can see, this is my park so far. It's not much, but I want to take you guys through it anyway, and show you around of what I have created so far. And with Jurassic World Evolution still going on, of course, that's the main content I'm focusing on. This is a nice side project, and I love playing park creations games, the builds of creating something unique. And so I'm taking you on a little backstage tour of what I created. For those who are following me on the Instagram page from Jurassic World Evolution mainly, I also posted some stuff regarding what I created. So first of all, it took me a long time, and I can't do it live on streaming while creating or making speed builds, but it takes so much time in the beginning if you never did anything like this. And I've played what's its name again? Planet Coaster, the first game in the Planet series, and it's all from Frontier, of course, and it's similar, but I never played that game a lot because it was a struggle to have the performance going on my laptop. And this game so far, let's hope it never changes, but so far it's going very well, even in full made parks. I tested out. And so we're going to take a little look on zoo here, and I named the zoo so far the Zoka Zoo, and Zoka is a name which is referring to my cat, which is short, mainly short Zoka in her name, and I changed the letter S for a Z, and that's the zoo's name. I still need a large name sign somewhere in the park, but to start off, I started thinking of what I should do with the park buildings first, and I haven't figured it out what I want. So this is the first center of the park, which is kind of like the starting area, and then we're going to expand everything over this huge area. It's enormous. So as I start the park, let's just play the world as well. We have some troubles with escaping monkeys, by the way, in here, and but they are, it's like little buggy. They are still in the enclosure, and somehow it's being reported that they have escaped, but they aren't. They are still in, which is weird. The entrance is something I never changed. This is something you cannot change. You can change the entrance over here, of course, but this is the basic entrance. And from there on, I kind of start working along with the same structure type and resources to make a larger entrance area. And of course we have a first enclosure area, which is the only habitat we have created, and this is something I'm still working on. I hope my mouse is visible in recording. This is the first time I'm recording on my laptop. So let's just 5 things in first. A little overlook here. And you know what? Let's start at the beginning. We just enter the zoo. And then we move along. So I have closed the zoo for now. So it's a private tour for you guys. Sounds fun, right? Because a lot of the guests are just walking. Not on a safe distance from each other. We start here with the entrance, basic entrance, and then it starts to get my own design a little bit. Not really, because this is the entrance basic wall, and I just copied and pasted it to make it more longer and expand the entrance area. As you can hear, the music is playing when you enter the hallway. We have security here. We have zookeepers and people walking through posts. Sometimes things happen I don't really. It's so weird that they walk through it, but I can as well. So I ignore it. I really ignore it. Not always, but mostly. So this is just the hallway to the center of, or at least the real entrance of the park. And as you can see, I've decorated with flowers. You can hear the alarm going off. One of the monkeys is spotted to go outside again. So this is the entrance. We have the staff area, and I created this later on. This is only accessible for employees, of course, which has a nice little pond with a peacock statue. And we have a keeper hut, which is, we can go inside as well, which is amazing. It's the details in this. But this is the keeper hut for only the small enclosured animals, which are part of the entrance area. And we have a research station for some research here, and we have, of course, the staff area. Indeed. He's acknowledging it. And the technical area for maintenance and stuff, for the repairs. Of course, the area where we're in, or the country I'm based on, this is the Europe, temporary Europe one, and I based it off the location in the Netherlands, where I'm from. That's why I'm having a bicycle over here. It's just a bicycle. It's not saying anything about the country yet, but we Dutch people are well known of our bicycles. And they have a little area where they can sit in and relax here. Why are these things upside down? That's weird. So this is kind of the area where I start figuring out how things work with the plants and the rocks and stuff. The pathways are still a little bit a pain. I started to figure them out a little bit later on when I started building this large building in the background. We have security cameras over here. So this is kind of just copy pasting and learning how to build in the game. I did, of course, the tutorials. I did 3 tutorials, and then I kind of moved on to explore it on my own. So I really like the flowers and stuff, and the branches over here, which is awesome. We have the information center here, where people can walk by and get maps and stuff, umbrellas. We have a toilet room, which is kind of like very small, of course. This is just a square. This is it, you know. So to think behind what we can create, of course, this has to be bigger. So I created this area, which is just empty. If you go outside, this is the restroom area. It's bigger. So we have the ladies and the men on one side, or let's see, one of the side. Doesn't matter. For now, it doesn't matter. Inside, they show it off. Because it's more realistic to have it bigger than just this small box. It's annoying to have the monkeys still escape. Even after all the time, it still happens. happens. It's weird. So we have two small exhibits as part of the entrance. You can hear the sounds of the frogs and the swamp sounds over here. We have the yeah, I cannot pronounce that, but these are the green, what was it, green red-eyed toads or frogs, which are the small tree frogs. Here's one. I absolutely love how exhibits work, and I'm surprised every time I walk by or just view this area. You can change a lot, like the 3D sides or sometimes 2D, like on this one, and having more trees or even fog in it. It has some fog dispensers over here. But the thing is, the frogs are every time on a different spot, which is amazing. I thought they were like placed on a specific spot, and you can fill them in with a lot more. They only have 5 in here, because that's the max of frogs they like. But they were also on the glass. They just stick to the glass, which is amazing to see. And so there are 5 of them. It's sometimes a struggle to find them, which is kind of cool as well. Let's see if you can find one here. Oh, we have one here. Oh, they are adorable. I like these frogs. And this is also one of the things I like in real zoos. I love looking for them, and I stay longer near an exhibit to see if I can find any frogs, which is kind of hard at the moment. I promise there are more than 2. There are way more than 2. Oh, here's one. That's the 3rd one. Where are the other guys? I also bought a new mouse, just specific to play this game, by the way, because my scroll function wasn't working, and now it is. Well, the thing is, we have 2 sides, so in the future I'm going to make a pathway, and the next area here where people can also watch the frogs from the other side. That's kind of the idea. And then we have the small turtles, which are, what are they? It's hard to remember the animal names if you are always talking about dinosaurs. Diamondback terrapin turtles. And we have 8 of them over here, somewhere. Oh, that's the sound. I was like, why do I hear something in the water? But that's the sound of the ambience sound box. So these turtles are in here, which are lovely to see. That's one of them there, and we have 2 of them over here. Do we have one on the shore? Yes, we have one on top of the island. They look amazing, by the way. I wonder if there's difference between males and females, but they look cool. And also on the other side, the future planning is that people can walk by it, so that's all things we decide to do later on. I also placed plants on here, which is I liked the little boxes of plants over here, just to have a little bit more green feeling in there. Also a lot of sun there. And then we move to, if I go too fast, by the way, let me know in the comments with my camera, because I'm looking around. Maybe I go a little bit too fast, but I'm not in the walker mode. I'm really in the camera mode, not in the guest mode. So this is also something that the standard park is starting out with, and I just moved it from way over there to this location. And then we get to the first habitat, which is the Kappusing Monkeys, if I'm pronouncing that correctly. They are the white-faced, they are the Colombian white-faced Kappusing monkey. If I'm incorrect, let me know. I can check it out, but so we only have people working out, and someone's going to do a presentation about the animals without having any guests. So this was the biggest challenge because I had an idea of what I was going for, and as you can see, the whole wall over here is custom made. I created the bamboo poles, and these are templated ones, and then have the name and everything in here. We have an education speaker over here in the form of a flower. I'm not sure what that sound was, but oh, that was him screaming like an animal. Weirdo. I'm paying you way too much for this job. Don't smile. Move on. So, as you can see, this is an island. And I had to struggle with creating the island itself, with the water, and making sure it's the ground was looking great enough. So I created all those rocks on the places it looked weird, and I'm very happy how it turned out. I really am happy with it. And no animal was escaping so far, but later on they kind of jumped over here, which was weird. They never did, and suddenly they jump over. It's strange, but and I think one escaped again. As you can see, we click on it. It's just here, and it's going down. I think it's spawning in a weird way. So I'm ignoring it for now. It happens a lot of times. But, most of the vets, like this lady over here, they are figuring out they have to act quickly. So we go this side first. We have the information board, and we have the sounds of the jungle. The people are walking through fences. So that's something I figured out yesterday as well, that people are just standing on the edge instead of behind it. So I need to expand the invisible border so people won't cross it. I hope. I'm not sure. So yeah, you can watch the animals over here, and then we have the indoors enclosure. And this is kind of like the information as well. As you can see them over here. You can see them passing by on the ropes. They have some boxes to play with. They have nests on the ground as well as on top of this plateau. We go inside in a minute. So this is kind of dead end for now. And let's go to the other side to have a little bit more of a tour feeling. This is also the same like the other side. And we have the piano or keyboard where they can play over here, in like a performance for the guests. And you can see them over there. They can climb everywhere. They have a whole situation of climbing up here in the trees and stuff. And on this side as well is the looking into the indoor. One of them is playing. I love the animations, by the way. Oh, he's already done. That's a shame. But people can watch over here and then move on. And we also did the staff area over here, which is closer to the animals. So because they also escape a lot, and we have more animals in the future. And we have a veterinarian and keeper huts, a rest area. We have water dispensers and power generators. Continuing on, well, we have the quarantine and we have the trade center over here. So let's just hop into the building itself. Thank you for opening the door. So this was also a pain to create because I had the whole design done with the bamboo and the bamboo roof, as you can see from up here. This is kind of what I created, and it was lower, and I had to tilt it up because the monkeys were able to jump on the um, bamboo sticks here and then escape. So it had to be way more up. It's just kind of sad because it looked better when it was lower, but now it's more roomy. So this is a place where they can sleep. Go on, go sleep for us. Show the people what you do when you're going up here. The details are amazing, by the way. Look at them. Aren't they cute? Oh. My cat sleeps just like this as well. Doesn't have a long tail like this. She has a long tail, but not as long as that. But so they can climb up and, as you can see, run around and then move on. You can also go outside on the ropes. So sometimes they can walk, and other times they can just... How the hell did he throw? So when they did the presentation, they throw food in. And somehow it came here. And this is also weird, they don't go in the water normally. So there are still things I'm kind of wondering how it works, but so I'm not really experiencing difficult stuff now anymore, unlike when I started the game. So we have this bridge for the caretakers to walk on, of course, because this is a whole island. And we have the ropes here so the animals can also drink a little bit of water when they want from here. Sometimes they sit there. It's also very cute to watch. And we have this large tree that you can go up. And this is kinda... I never continued working on this part. I can remind myself why I haven't finished this run. Maybe I fixed it later on, that I still continue to make a platform, something like here. Or have something go down, but this is good already. They can go up here. And also a straight rope all the way up. I created this, like I know from my from the playgrounds where I grew up, which has something like this to climb in. And they can go all the way up here and look over the areas, which is not that much for them to watch. And we have a water bowl they can drink. And we have... I never seen them play with this thing, by the way. Maybe it's going to do now, but... Are you going to play with this? No. So, it's for them. They enjoy these things. Oh, wait. Are you... Every time I think they're playing with it, they just continue on. Oh, one escaped again. Or at least they think they escaped, because it's going to be... Okay, in a minute. Look. We also have a fruit enrichment item for fruits. Fruits being pinned on this. So, that's kinda it, guys. This is the first enclosure I made, which is something I worked on a long time. It's also good to see them at night. When I did, it's also good to know. So let's make it dark. So as you can see, I haven't put any lights in the enclosure itself because the animals don't need the lights. And the park is closed after dark. So I've placed these lights on the side for little effects. As well as here, as you can see, I have the ladders are has some light because I placed them. You can see one of them here still. Small detail. As you can see, and I hide. Let's cut that space. I also hide lights in the bushes and the foliage, as you can see, to give it a little bit more mood lightning, you know. And like this, we have this area. The flower pots have lights in it, and in it we have these flower lights I created, and plants which look cool. And this doesn't really need much light. Maybe I can put a light here. As you can see, it's for the staff only. A lot of security, by the way. So while I was showing the habitat in the darkness with all the lights, I forgot I also have this, of course, in lights. As you can see, it looks great. Which has its own lights, of course, in the exhibits, but it was worth to mention and show off a little bit of this, because I also did this with the peacock. It looks cool, with one light focusing on the statue. So this is where I'm working on now. It's almost done. This is the diner area. As you can see, Zoka Zoo. This is the name, Zoka, with a little paw print, reminding me of my cat. It's just something I came up with. I needed a name, okay? And my cat was lying next to me, and I was like, okay, Zoka. Wait, Zoka? That gives a nice ring to it. Change the S into a Z, and we have Zoka Zoo. That's basically it. I had some struggles over here. Not because it was hard to build, but it was because of the pathways. As you can see, this is just terrain that I created with floor templates and pieces. But I also was able to figure out how to work with pathways myself. And so I connected the pathways under it so people can walk to it. Otherwise, no one was going in there. Which is kind of weird. They can walk in here and you can place stuff on here, which is only on paths normally. But I needed to delete pathways underneath the seats and the benches and the tables, because people were walking through it. And now I deleted that, and people... Oops. Sometimes I have trouble with the camera, by the way. But people can now sit down on this. And we have breakfast, lunch and dinner over here. And at Zoka dinner. As you can see, it's the same style as the entrance area, as well as the employee area there. So we start when you arrive over here. We have the information panels and all the entrances, and then we have this lovely area with classical music and some arts. We have drinks, coffee. This is something I really enjoy making. To figure it out was kind of like you have to make sure you have the right plants that can hang. Flowers normally grow up, of course. We have pizza and hot dogs. And so we have, of course, an ATM, which is one of the side entrances and exits. More information. We also have a toilet room. You go in over here, and then we have the toilet. Still need to change the colors, maybe change a little bit over here. This is a staff only area, mainly for the people that work in this work zone, which is also that I created different work zones, of course, with power generated, because not everything was powered from the center of the park. And this is still a little bit weird that people walk by. Maybe you can change that as well. I'm not sure how to do it yet, but it's going to be fine, I think. That's going to be figuring out, and in the next time I work on this place. So fries, and we have burgers. Another exit over here, an ATM, information. So this is kind of how it is developing. And let's turn on to nighttime, which is also very nice to see. I still need lights over here, by the way. Maybe a little bit more. As you can see, every area has a light bulb on the foot as well in the top, which is way better than having these large lanterns everywhere. And have some light spotting on the diner sign. And as you go inside, also, it's maybe a little bit too dark. I love the flare of light, by the way. You see that? Maybe it's a little bit dark, but then again, it's close to night. So, Also placed the lights. You can maybe we can see it over here. As you can see, we have placed light balls in it, which is also a flower pot. And I also like this. This also has lights in it. If you can maybe see them. Oh, that's weird. That's not how it's supposed to be. Oh, it's in both. Okay, we need to fix that. That's not how I wanted to. I forgot about going through the whole store. So we need something different to light this up. And it's also very dark in the toilet room. It's dark and creepy. Also need to change that. But that's it, guys. The creation so far. Let's switch it back to the lights. And yeah, I'm happy with it. So far, I'm happy with it. It's going to be a very long progress. This is my first zoo, and I see a lot of great people that can create some beautiful things. And then I'm talking about people who play maybe the game a long time, and some recent people I've met, like Raven Scar Gaming. It's one of the people that introduced me to the game. I knew about the game, but it was very interesting to see what he can make. And of course the lady signer, which is also Dutch, so a fellow Dutchie. And those people are creating so much great stuff. And it's a nice way for me to expand my creations from not just only Jurassic World Evolution, but also Planet Zoo, and maybe in the future Planet Coaster, or you know. So guys, I hope you liked the video and enjoy having a little private tour through the park without having any guests to interrupt us. And I'm going to upload a new video when I have created enough stuff to show you guys what I made. And maybe I do a live stream soon again, but live streams are taking way too long, and sometimes it's long, but I haven't even do a lot in the live stream because I'm trying to figure out how to create stuff. So if you like it, let a like on the video, and I really appreciate that. If you have any thoughts, also let me know in the comments. Maybe I can take something with it. And if you haven't subscribed yet, you can subscribe as well to see more content coming up with Jurassic World Evolution as well as Planet Zoo. And we have in between also different games from time to time. And if you want to see more, you can also visit my Instagram, which is my main platform for the time being, it started all there with Jurassic World Evolution. And you can join up there. It's the same name, and join us for more content and also notifications about live streams and stuff. And I see you guys next time. Take care and be safe. Bye bye.